Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of living in the USSA, America, that country. So it's been a topic of conversation amongst many conservative groups, including here, in the chat, about whether or not we're going to have an election this year. And I still have said for a long time, I put it at 50-50. A lot of you guys in the comments have said many times that you don't see it happening. You can see the panic in the Democrat Party, specifically in the media, about whether or not their reign of terror is going to end. We had the cheating in 2020, no problem. We all know that. We have all these screaming and yelling from people on social media that, oh, how could you elect a felon? How could you elect an election denier, et cetera, et cetera. Like, election denier? Hillary Clinton? Stacey Abrams? Come on. Hillary's still butthurt about losing in 2016 and still insists she won the election. That's 8 years ago. Okay. But what we're seeing in the media now is funny at best. If you watched any of the Sunday morning talk shows, news shows, or any of the repeats on them, obviously, you can hear the fear in their voice as to what's going to happen. You just look at what happened last week after the verdict, okay? Trump had 25,000-ish people show up for a rally in New York City, deep blue New York City, where 85% of the population is Democrat. 25,000 people showed up. Joe went to a rally in Philadelphia, deep blue Philadelphia, and couldn't fill a high school gymnasium. They notice that. They try to hide it. If you look at the photos, how they are deceptively cropped on pictures, they'll show close-ups, where maybe you can see 100 people and there's Joe in the center. You see pictures of the Trump rally and, Trump's an ant up at the front of the stage because there's tens of thousands of people around him. They're panicked. They're losing every, what's the word I'm looking for? Demographic group here. The young vote, the under 30 vote. They're losing that. The black vote, they're losing that. The Hispanic vote. The Hispanic vote has flipped, okay, to the point where more than 50% of Hispanics are now supporting Trump. That's interesting. It makes sense, though, because traditionally Hispanics are Christian conservatives. Mexicans are very strong Catholics. They don't believe in what Biden's pushing. The black vote is the funny one. And where I get a real kick out of some of these Charlemagne the God or any of these idiots trying to dissuade the blacks, from voting for Trump. Think about this. For decades, the black community has screamed bloody murder about how the system is unfair to them, about how the man is out to get them. You don't think what happened to Trump last Thursday resonates with them at all? The system being against Trump, the man out to get him, the smirk from Joe Biden when Peter Doocy asked the question and he looked over his shoulder and just smiled. Joe's completely in charge of this, and they know it. They know they've been busted doing this. And again, like I said the other day, we've gone from impeachment to trial, to conviction, and they keep losing. And they're going, this doesn't work. We have to get rid of them. And this is where I said, a lot of people said, Tucker Carlson said, that assassination is probably in their wheelhouse. They're just trying to figure out how to do it. I don't know how it's that difficult. LBJ figured out how to kill Kennedy, and that was 60 years ago. Okay. They know how to do it. They'll do it if they want to. They know they'll get busted. But the problem that you come in with is where the election, even the DNC and the liberal mouthpieces are out there screaming, oh, the Republicans need to nominate a new candidate. Sure. Because, as contrary to what everybody else says, even the Republican bench is kind of weak. All right? You don't have somebody with the convictions that Trump has, and I don't mean criminal convictions, I mean personal convictions. You don't have that love of country in anybody as much as I can see that it is in Trump. You could say, Nikki Haley is a warmonger. Don't even think that she has any sort of chance whatsoever in getting the nomination. If Nikki Haley somehow got the nomination, don't even bother having an election. Joe Biden wins, okay? But this is what the DNC is trying to push. They're trying to use smoke and mirrors to convince Republicans that Trump can't win. The lies coming out in the media left and right. I love these polls that 1 in 4 Republicans now says that they're not going to vote for Donald Trump after the jury verdict. Bullshit, okay? The 1 in 4 is maybe the Lincoln Project, Rhino, Never Trumpers, that we're never going to vote for Trump anyway. This is the thing. The American people are looking at this and going, I'm still voting for the guy who's a felon. My choice is to vote for a pedophile, okay? Who else are you going to vote for? RFK, okay? He's as far, if not further left than Trump, okay? RFK is a firm believer in all this climate change crap. RFK wants to take your guns away. That ain't going to fly in the conservative world, okay? And, Cornel West or, I couldn't even name the guy the Libertarians nominated this time. Never heard of him, okay? There isn't anybody else. So you go, I either vote for Trump or I vote for Biden or I stay home. I don't see anybody in this country going, I think I'm going to stay home this time, because I think everybody gets what staying home is. Doesn't matter if you stay home, if there is an election. Again, I still say 50-50. If you stay home and don't vote, then you're just, okay, whoever comes in, I don't care. And y'all can say uniparty, and I agree that Congress is pretty much a uniparty. Mike Johnson's completely worthless as a speaker. He's done nothing. He makes Kevin McCarthy look like he was a good Speaker of the House. Talk about that one backfiring on the Republicans. But basically, we're hanging on a thread. And you see all the media trying to peddle the Donald Trump is not a viable candidate, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they'll push this as far as they can to the sheep out there who will believe it. I mean, there's still enough people that support Biden, and for the life of me, I can't figure out why, okay? If they want to say abortion is their issue, and maybe you want to listen to what Trump said about abortion. But if you like high gas prices, high food prices, endless wars, housing being priced out of the housing market, crime going up across the country, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you can honestly say those are good things, that you believe in all of that, okay, then vote for Biden. You're a complete idiot, okay? But, okay. But do we have an election? More and more and more and more, I'm leaning toward no. Because the Democrats are so afraid of losing power, of the New World Order, the globalist cabal being destroyed again. I mean, look at what Trump did in 4 years. I mean, he put the kibosh on everything they tried. They're so afraid. They know they can't cheat again. They'll try, but they know that they're going to be under a hell of a lot of scrutiny, so they're going to have to do something else. They've become a cornered animal. And a cornered animal is dangerous. You're starting to see some of the talking heads out there. Bill Maher came out over the weekend. And as much as he likes to portray himself as a middle-of-the-road liberal, he's not, okay? He's just out there for ratings. He's trying to get more conservatives to watch him and say, hey, maybe this guy isn't that bad. No, okay? He's still a dyed-in-the-wool progressive. But he's now saying, if they put Trump in jail, it's going to be a civil war. They're trying really, really hard to goad conservatives into doing something stupid. It pissed off the DNC so bad that when they had their trial, their sham, finish on Thursday, conveniently, okay, they wanted really bad to see violence by conservatives this weekend. And so they could have used it as, this is what MAGA is. MAGA's out about burning buildings and shooting people and all that sort of stuff. They were planning on that. Mark my words, they already had the ads drawn up. They were just waiting for the footage to put in them. And when they didn't get it, they tried to fake it. I mean, even Reuters, it was either Reuters or the AP, one of the two, came out and had an article they published by mistake saying that conservatives went out and were committing violent acts. They're trying to pin, and of course, there's always going to be some idiots who make stupid comments on social media. There was a whole article I read yesterday about the liberals screaming that Donald Trump is calling for the assassination of Democrat officials because some guy posted something similar to that on Truth Social. And because Donald Trump is the majority shareholder in Truth Social, therefore they were claiming that Donald Trump supported that comment. No. That would be like saying Google supports what I say. Don't think so, okay? I don't think the board of Google is going, hey, you know what? That guy Pinball speaks for us. No, I'm not a radical leftist, okay? No different than what somebody says on Truth Social. Trump is not going through reading every comment and going, nope, this one can't say, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. But this is what they're trying to push. It's gonna get fugly out there. And again, as we've talked about, trying to, put a bill together to pull Trump's Secret Service protection, trying to throw him in jail. July 11th is going to be really interesting when they sentence him. Because whatever they give him, if the Supreme Court doesn't come up and say, or the appellate court doesn't toss this first, we'll see if it goes through the appellate court, the New York Supreme Court, or SCOTUS before July 11th. That would be moving really fast. But if anything, I'm not a lawyer. Can they demand a new trial? Can the appellate court say, we're throwing this verdict out and have a new trial and set that up, and that's after the election or something like that? That's possible. But however it all plays out, be ready for them to do something stupid. They are trying to goad you into it. Do not fall into the trap. Otherwise, it's going to be your face plastered on the front page of USA Today going, MAGA supporter does this. No, that's not who we are. We are the party that believes in law and order. We are the party that believes in the Constitution. We are the party that believes in equality for all, not shred the Constitution, believe in socialism, and the only people that matter are the ones that donate to the DNC. We don't want feudalism. We want the middle class back. We don't want the upper class and the paupers. That's what this is. That's what this is a fight for. They want us to be a banana republic, and they've got us damn close. It ain't going to be fun this summer, watching what's going on. They're trying to put the narrative out there so when they start a fight, they're trying to figure out a way to pin it on us. We don't have to start the fight. As Trump said, the ultimate verdict will be on November 5th, if we get there. They know the ultimate verdict will be on November 5th, too. And that's what scares the crap out of them. Expect them to use every dirty trick, every violent act that they possibly can to keep Trump out of office. They know that the 47th president is going to go on a revenge tour. And honestly, I'm all for that. Start locking up Hillary and Joe and Barry and Susan Rice and Gavin Newsom and Jerry Nadler and Adam Schiff and all these politicians, that Dr. Fauci, that have tried to do everything and anything they could to destroy this country. They know it's coming. That's Trump's domestic policy should be, we're going to eradicate this country of liberalism. And I'll support that till the day I die. Pinball out.